Ladies and gentlemen, there's a certain mystery about a woman who enjoys her own company. Society often paints solitude as loneliness, as something to be pitied. But let me tell you, a woman who chooses to spend time alone is not lonely. She is powerful. She is a force to be reckoned with. Why? Because solitude breeds self-awareness. While others are lost in distractions, she is discovering herself. She is learning what fuels her fire, what drains her energy, and what makes her heart race with excitement. She does not need external validation because she has already validated herself. When you cannot be easily influenced, you become dangerous. Because no one can manipulate you. A woman who enjoys solitude also possesses an unmatched level of emotional control. She doesn't react impulsively, she observes, she thinks, she strategizes. And when she does take action, it is calculated and intentional. She does not waste time on meaningless drama or toxic relationships. Her peace is sacred, and she fiercely protects it. Then, there's her independence. A woman who spends time alone learns to rely on herself. She doesn't depend on others to entertain her, to complete her, or to make her feel loved. She fills her own cup, and when she chooses to let someone in, it is not out of need, but out of genuine desire. That is real strength. That is real danger, because she cannot be controlled by fear, abandonment, or rejection. Most importantly, she is a woman who knows how to think. She questions things. She doesn't blindly follow trends or conform to societal expectations. She develops her own beliefs, her own vision, and her own path. The world may try to tell her who she should be, but she knows who she is. And that level of self-certainty, that is terrifying to anyone who benefits from insecurity and self-doubt. A woman who embraces solitude is a woman who has mastered the art of self-love, discipline, and purpose. She is dangerous, not because she harms others, but because she refuses to be controlled. Self-awareness is one of the most powerful traits a woman can develop, and it becomes even more profound when she spends time alone. In a world that constantly bombards people with expectations, opinions, and distractions, taking time to be with oneself is not just an act of solitude, it is an act of self-discovery. A woman who is comfortable in her own company learns who she truly is without the influence of others shaping her thoughts, emotions, and decisions. She does not need the validation of society to determine her worth because she already knows it from within. When a woman consistently spends time alone, she gains clarity about her desires, her strengths, and her weaknesses. She learns to listen to her own voice instead of the noise of the world. Many people struggle with understanding themselves because they are always surrounded by external influences. But a woman who enjoys solitude finds the time to reflect. She asks herself important questions. What do I truly want in life? What makes me happy? What drains my energy? What kind of people do I want around me? These are the kinds of questions that allow her to build a life that aligns with her true self rather than one dictated by societal norms. With self-awareness comes an unshakable confidence. A woman who knows herself does not second-guess her worth. She does not measure her value by how many people like her, how much attention she gets, or how well she fits into conventional beauty standards. She understands that her essence goes far beyond surface-level approval. This kind of confidence is dangerous to those who rely on insecurity to control others. When a woman knows who she is, she becomes immune to manipulation. She will not tolerate relationships, friendships, or environments that do not align with her values. She has no problem walking away from situations that do not serve her because she is not afraid to be alone. Furthermore, self-awareness allows a woman to take full accountability for her life. She does not blame others for her failures or expect someone else to rescue her from difficulties. She recognizes her own patterns, takes responsibility for her actions, and works to improve herself. This level of self-mastery makes her incredibly powerful because she no longer operates from a place of helplessness. Instead, she operates from a place of control over her thoughts, emotions, and choices. Another aspect of self-awareness is emotional intelligence. A woman who spends time alone learns to process her emotions without distractions. She does not suppress her feelings or escape into unhealthy habits to avoid dealing with them. Instead, she sits with them, understands them, and learns from them. This emotional depth allows her to handle relationships, challenges, and conflicts with grace. She does not react impulsively because she understands herself well enough to respond with wisdom and maturity. Ultimately, self-awareness transforms a woman into someone who is unshakable. She does not live for external approval, nor does she fear rejection. She walks through life with a sense of purpose and direction that cannot be dictated by anyone else. Emotional control is one of the most powerful traits a woman can possess, and it sets her apart in a world where people often react impulsively to situations. A woman who spends time alone learns to regulate her emotions in a way that few others do. When she is not constantly surrounded by distractions, she becomes deeply in tune with her thoughts and feelings. She does not rely on external sources for happiness, comfort, or validation. Instead, she learns how to process her emotions internally, making her incredibly strong in moments of adversity. When faced with challenges, a woman with emotional control does not let fear, anger, or anxiety dictate her decisions. She understands that emotions are temporary and reacting impulsively can often lead to regret. Instead of allowing frustration to cloud her judgment, she takes a step back, evaluates the situation, and chooses the best response. This ability to pause and reflect before acting is a rare skill, and it makes her dangerous in the best way possible because she cannot be easily provoked, manipulated, or broken. People who lack emotional control often find themselves at the mercy of their feelings, making choices based on temporary emotions rather than long-term wisdom. However, a woman who has mastered her emotions is not swayed by every little thing that happens around her. She does not allow negative experiences to consume her or dictate her self-worth. She understands that pain, disappointment, and setbacks are a part of life, but they do not define her. She processes them, learns from them, and moves forward without letting them control her future. In relationships, her emotional control gives her an edge. She does not react with jealousy, desperation, or neediness. She understands that love should be a choice, not a form of dependency. When conflicts arise, she does not resort to shouting, blaming, or passive aggressiveness. Instead, she communicates with clarity and maturity, refusing to let emotions dictate her words in ways she might later regret. This level of composure earns her respect from others, as people recognize that she is not someone who can be easily swayed by drama or manipulation. Her emotional strength also makes her a powerful leader, whether in her career, her social circle, or her family. While others may panic under pressure, she remains calm and collected. She knows that emotions, when properly managed, can be a source of strength rather than weakness. She channels her passion, anger, or frustration into productive action rather than self-destruction. This resilience allows her to navigate life's toughest moments with grace and wisdom, inspiring others along the way. A woman who has mastered emotional control is not emotionless. She feels everything deeply, but she refuses to be ruled by those feelings. She understands that true power lies in choosing how to respond rather than simply reacting. This makes her incredibly dangerous to anyone who tries to shake her foundation because no matter what happens, she remains steady, focused, and in control of her destiny. Independence is one of the most defining characteristics of a strong woman, and it becomes even more powerful when she learns to embrace solitude. A woman who spends time alone develops a deep sense of self-reliance, understanding that she does not need anyone else to complete her, provide for her, or dictate the course of her life. She learns that her happiness, success, and fulfillment come from within, not from external sources. This makes her incredibly powerful because she does not live in fear of being alone. She thrives in it. When a woman becomes independent, she no longer waits for someone to save her or make decisions for her. She takes full responsibility for her life, her choices, and her future. She builds her own career, manages her own finances, and creates a life that aligns with her dreams and values. She does not rely on a relationship, family, or society to define her worth. Instead, she sets her own standards and pursues what truly fulfills her. This self-sufficiency allows her to navigate life with confidence, knowing that she is capable of handling whatever challenges come her way. An independent woman also values her freedom. She does not feel the need to conform to societal expectations just to fit in or gain approval. She chooses her own path, even if it goes against traditional norms. She is not pressured into making life decisions based on what others think she should do. Whether it's her career, relationships, or lifestyle, she makes choices that are best for her, not what is expected of her. This level of autonomy makes her a force to be reckoned with because she cannot be controlled by societal pressures or external influences. Because she depends on herself, she also sets high standards for the people she allows into her life. She does not engage in relationships out of necessity or fear of loneliness. If she chooses to be with someone, it is because she truly wants to, not because she needs to. This makes her relationships healthier and more meaningful because they are based on genuine connection rather than dependence. She does not tolerate toxicity, manipulation, or disrespect because she knows she is perfectly fine on her own. She would rather be alone than settle for something that does not align with her values and happiness. Her independence also allows her to take risks and chase her dreams without hesitation. She is not waiting for permission or support from others. She creates opportunities for herself. She invests in her growth, whether it's through education, career advancement, or personal development. She is not afraid to step out of her comfort zone because she trusts her ability to figure things out along the way. This mindset sets her apart from those who remain stuck in fear or dependence on others for security. A woman who has cultivated independence is powerful because she is in full control of her life. She does not live in fear of losing people, financial instability, or societal judgment. She walks through life with confidence, knowing that no matter what happens, she has the strength, intelligence, and resilience to stand on her own. A woman who spends time alone learns to protect her peace because she understands its value. In a world filled with noise, distractions, and constant demands for attention, peace becomes a luxury that many never experience. But a woman who embraces solitude knows that her peace is not just a luxury, it is a necessity. She does not allow chaos, toxic people, or unnecessary drama to invade her life because she understands that protecting her mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being is her responsibility. She has no interest in engaging in meaningless arguments or proving herself to people who do not matter. She knows that peace is more important than winning a debate or forcing someone to see her perspective. She does not waste her energy trying to convince people of her worth because she already knows it. Instead of reacting to negativity, she distances herself from it. She does not entertain gossip, petty conflicts, or situations that drain her energy. If something disturbs her inner calm, she removes herself from it rather than trying to fix it. A woman who values her peace also understands the importance of boundaries. She is not afraid to say no, walk away, or set limits on what she will tolerate. She does not feel obligated to please everyone at the cost of her own well-being. She knows that people who truly respect her will honor her boundaries, and those who do not are not meant to be in her life. She does not allow guilt, pressure, or fear to make her compromise on her stand. She stands firm in her decisions because she knows that her mental and emotional stability are worth protecting. Her peace is also a reflection of the people she allows into her life. She is intentional about her relationships, choosing to surround herself with those who bring positivity, inspiration, and support rather than stress and negativity. She understands that not everyone deserves access to her energy, and she is selective about who she shares her time and space with. If someone is constantly bringing drama, negativity, or toxicity into her life, she does not hesitate to remove them. She knows that she cannot control how others behave, but she can control who she allows into her world. She also protects her peace by prioritizing self-care and mindfulness. She takes time to recharge, reflect, and do the things that bring her joy. Whether it's reading, meditating, traveling, or simply being in nature, she understands that taking care of herself is not selfish, it is essential. She does not feel guilty for prioritizing her well-being because she knows that she cannot pour from an empty cup. She takes intentional breaks from stressful situations, toxic environments, and even social media when needed. A woman who protects her peace is not easily shaken by external circumstances. She does not allow the world's chaos to dictate her mood or control her emotions. She remains grounded, focused, and centered no matter what happens around her. Her ability to stay calm and composed in difficult situations makes her powerful because it shows that she is in control of herself, and that kind of self-mastery is rare. A woman who cannot be manipulated is a woman who understands her worth and refuses to be controlled by fear, guilt, or external pressure. She has developed a strong sense of self, making it nearly impossible for others to influence her decisions or emotions in a way that does not align with her values. She does not fall for false promises, empty words, or tactics designed to make her question her own reality. This makes her dangerous to those who rely on control, as they realize they have no power over her. She recognizes manipulation the moment it appears. She has spent enough time alone to develop clarity in her thoughts and emotions, which means she does not get easily confused by people who try to twist situations to their advantage. Whether it is emotional blackmail, gaslighting, or guilt tripping, she sees through it all. She does not allow herself to be pressured into doing things that make her uncomfortable, nor does she let others exploit her kindness. She knows the difference between genuine care and selfish intentions, and she sets firm boundaries when she senses someone trying to take advantage of her. Because she knows her worth, she does not settle for relationships, friendships, or environments that do not serve her well. She does not stay in toxic relationships out of fear of being alone, nor does she tolerate disrespect in the hope of receiving love. She understands that true love, whether romantic or platonic, is built on respect, trust, and mutual understanding, not manipulation or control. When someone tries to make her feel guilty for prioritizing herself, she does not waver. She knows that taking care of herself is not selfish, and she refuses to be made to feel otherwise. Her ability to resist manipulation extends beyond personal relationships. In the workplace, she is not intimidated by authority figures who try to exploit her. She does not allow others to take credit for her work, pressure her into unfair situations, or use fear as a means of control. She speaks up for herself with confidence, knowing that her value is not determined by anyone else's approval. She does not let societal expectations dictate her choices, whether it is about her career, lifestyle, or personal beliefs. She trusts her own judgment and is not afraid to stand alone if necessary. She is also highly aware of the power of emotional independence. Because she does not rely on external validation, she cannot be manipulated through praise or criticism. Compliments do not make her dependent on someone's approval, and insults do not shake her confidence. She is not swayed by flattery, nor does she allow negative words to define her. She understands that people who seek to control others often use emotional highs and lows as a tool, but she refuses to give anyone that level of influence over her emotions. A woman who cannot be manipulated is powerful because she is free. Free from the opinions of others, free from toxic cycles, and free from the need to prove herself to anyone. She walks through life with the assurance that she is in control of her own destiny, and that makes her unstoppable. A woman who spends time alone develops a sharp, independent mind that allows her to think critically and question everything. While many people accept information at face value or follow societal expectations without a second thought, she refuses to conform blindly. She does not allow herself to be controlled by popular opinions, social norms, or outdated traditions. Instead, she takes the time to analyze, reflect, and form her own conclusions based on logic, experience, and intuition. This ability to think deeply and independently makes her powerful because she cannot be easily misled or manipulated. Her time alone has given her the space to observe the world without distraction. She notices patterns, behaviors, and inconsistencies that others often overlook. She questions why things are the way they are instead of simply accepting them. She is not afraid to challenge ideas, whether they come from authority figures, society, or even herself. If something does not align with her values or logic, she does not hesitate to reject it. This level of discernment allows her to make informed decisions rather than following trends or being swayed by emotional appeals. Because she has cultivated the habit of thinking for herself, she does not fall for superficial or deceptive narratives. She sees beyond appearances and words, paying attention to actions and deeper truths. She recognizes when someone is trying to manipulate her, sell her a false dream, or make her believe something that is not in her best interest. This makes her incredibly difficult to deceive, whether in relationships, business, or everyday interactions. People who try to take advantage of her often fail because she sees through their tactics before they even begin. Her independent thinking also gives her a strong sense of purpose. Rather than drifting through life based on what others expect of her, she decides for herself what she wants to pursue. She sets goals that align with her own passions and ambitions, not ones dictated by society, family, or peers. This means she is not easily swayed by external pressure to take a path that does not resonate with her. She is not afraid to walk alone if it means staying true to herself. In conversations, she brings depth and insight. She does not engage in shallow discussions for the sake of fitting in. She enjoys meaningful exchanges that challenge her mind and expand her understanding of the world. Because she has spent so much time thinking critically, she can hold her own in discussions and debates, offering perspectives that others may not have considered. Her intellect is one of her greatest strengths, and it commands respect from those around her. She is also adaptable and open-minded. While she stands firm in her principles, she is not stubborn or close-minded. She's always willing to learn, explore new ideas, and refine her beliefs when presented with new information. This flexibility makes her even more powerful because she continues to evolve and grow rather than remaining stagnant. A woman who knows how to think for herself is a woman who cannot be controlled, and that makes her truly dangerous in the best way possible. A woman who spends time alone develops a high level of emotional resilience, making her one of the strongest forces in any environment. She understands that life is full of challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. But instead of crumbling under pressure, she learns to navigate hardships with grace and strength. She does not rely on external validation or constant reassurance from others to keep going. Instead, she builds an unshakable foundation within herself. This ability to endure difficulties without losing herself makes her powerful because she refuses to let circumstances define her. When difficulties arise, she does not panic or fall into a victim mindset. She processes her emotions without letting them control her actions. While many people react impulsively to stress, frustration, or pain, she takes a step back and assesses the situation with clarity. She understands that every challenge has a lesson, and instead of being defeated by setbacks, she focuses on what she can learn and how she can grow. This mindset makes her adaptable and fearless because she knows she has survived worse and will continue to rise above anything life throws at her. Her emotional resilience also means she does not waste time dwelling on things she cannot control. She recognizes that there will always be unfair situations, unkind people, and unexpected losses, but she refuses to let them dictate her happiness. She focuses her energy on what she can change, her reactions, her mindset, and her next steps. This prevents her from getting stuck in negativity or bitterness. Instead of letting pain consume her, she channels it into something productive, whether it's personal growth, creative expression, or the pursuit of new opportunities. Because she is emotionally resilient, she does not break under the pressure of societal expectations. She does not feel the need to prove herself to anyone or seek approval for her choices. Whether it's her career, relationships, or personal beliefs, she stands firm in what she knows is right for her. She does not let rejection, criticism, or failure shake her confidence. If she stumbles, she gets back up stronger. She understands that setbacks do not define her worth, but rather refine her strength. This resilience also makes her an anchor for others. While many people struggle to handle their emotions and reactions, she remains calm and composed, offering guidance and stability to those around her. People respect her because they see that she does not allow life's hardships to break her spirit. She becomes an inspiration not because she has never faced difficulties, but because she has faced them and emerged even stronger. Her emotional resilience makes her fearless in taking risks and pursuing her dreams. She does not let the fear of failure stop her from trying. She knows that no matter what happens, she has the strength to rebuild, restart, and keep moving forward. This mindset allows her to step into new opportunities without hesitation. A woman with emotional resilience is unstoppable because she refuses to be defeated by anything or anyone. A woman who spends time alone learns the true power of self-discipline, and this quality sets her apart in a world full of distractions, temptations, and instant gratification. She understands that success, personal growth, and fulfillment do not come from luck or external circumstances, but from the consistent effort she puts into her own life. She does not wait for motivation to strike. Instead, she has trained herself to take action, even when she does not feel like it. This ability to control her impulses, focus on long-term goals, and maintain consistency makes her incredibly powerful.
She does not waste her time on activities that do not serve her growth. While others may indulge in distractions or procrastinate, she remains disciplined in her habits. She understands the importance of structuring her day with purpose. Whether it is dedicating time to learning, exercising, working on her goals, or simply taking care of her mental and physical well-being, she follows through on what she sets out to do. She has mastered the art of saying no to things that do not align with her vision. She does not allow temporary pleasure to derail her progress. Her self-discipline gives her control over her emotions and reactions. While many people let their feelings dictate their actions, she has trained herself to act based on logic and long-term thinking rather than fleeting emotions. If she feels anger, sadness, or frustration, she does not allow those emotions to make decisions for her. Instead, she processes them and responds with wisdom. This makes her difficult to provoke or manipulate because she does not react impulsively to external situations. Because she is disciplined, she does not make excuses. She does not blame others, circumstances, or luck for her failures. Instead, she takes full responsibility for her life. If she wants something, she works for it. If she faces a setback, she adjusts her strategy and keeps moving forward. She does not allow obstacles to discourage her because she understands that persistence is the key to success. She does not give up just because something is difficult. She knows that growth comes from pushing through discomfort and challenges. Her ability to stay committed to her goals also makes her independent. She does not rely on others to push her or keep her accountable. She holds herself accountable because she knows that no one else is responsible for her success or happiness. This level of self-reliance gives her an edge in every aspect of life. Whether it is in her career, personal development, or relationships, she shows up fully because she has trained herself to be consistent and dedicated. She understands that true freedom comes from discipline. The more control she has over herself, the more control she has over her life. She does not let external influences dictate her path, nor does she allow distractions to pull her away from what truly matters. A woman who has mastered self-discipline is unstoppable because she is in complete command of her actions, decisions, and future. A woman who spends time alone is not someone to be underestimated. She is a force of nature. Through solitude, she builds independence, sharpens her mind, protects her peace, and strengthens her emotional resilience. She cannot be manipulated, controlled, or swayed by the expectations of others because she has learned to think for herself and stand firmly in her truth. Her ability to remain self disciplined, focused, and unshaken by life's challenges makes her truly powerful. She does not seek validation, nor does she fear walking alone because she understands that her strength comes from within. A woman like this is dangerous, not because she harms others, but because she refuses to be confined by limitations, expectations, or fear. She moves through life with purpose, confidence, and an unbreakable spirit, proving that the most powerful woman is the one who knows herself completely.